So Laura, one of the biggest challenges I had postpartum was finding any time to do any sort of physical activity.
Yeah.
Not only are gyms expensive to begin with, but finding a gym that has childcare
Yeah.
is really difficult, at
Yeah.
least good childcare. So I felt really stuck. And when your baby wakes up really early in the morning and you can't find time to wake up before them, and 8 p.m. rolls around and you're exhausted, what can you do to kind of find ways to like squeeze in physical activity that can really uplift your mood and keep you healthy?
Yeah, so a lot of things, like, I mean, we live in Cleveland, right? So unfortunately our weather is not like the greatest all the time. But I know that there's a stroller strides that's just starting up again at Crocker Park this summer. So like doing any kind of physical activity with the kids in the stroller is really great. If the weather permits or things like that. One of my other clients, what she does sometimes is she'll have her daughter in the living room with her, and she's playing, and then she's doing her little workout right there in the living room with her, so she's not far away. And she works kind of like a 3/4 part-time sort of gig, so she's off a couple of days a week. So finding like those different times, and if your partner or your spouse is available to help maybe on the weekends, and maybe that's when you can fit in a little bit of time. And then I've also had some people too, quite honestly, like hire a sitter for like a Saturday morning, and then that's the time where like mom and dad can go get a workout in, and then maybe run to like Costco and like do some errands without the kids. Another one of my friends from my childhood had a really good idea too. So her and her husband would do the early morning thing, because that was really the only time, right, when they were working full time and their son was really little. And what they did was they alternated days. So she had Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and he had Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and that was like their morning. Like no one could touch it. If you slept in on your morning, you forfeited your morning. But it kind of made it fair, because then the parent that didn't have to get up early was the one that got up with the child at night or what have you. So it made the the compromise a little bit easier, because it wasn't just this like you're constantly going to be the person because you're breastfeeding, or you're constantly going to be the person because you wake up later. So it was a way to kind of like make it more, I think, fair in a way, because then it wasn't just falling all on one parent. And then I know a woman I follow, and a friend of mine, Aubrey Phelps, she's a registered dietitian, and what she does a lot of times is she'll go down to her basement and just kind of like sneak away for a little bit, like while the kids are her kids are a little bit more older, like preschool age, so the preschoolers at school and the baby's napping, she'll take the monitor down and just kind of like do her little thing. But again, it doesn't have to be this prolonged thing. Sometimes when I give workouts to my clients, I say like, if you only can do 15 minutes of this or 10 minutes of this, it's better than doing no minutes of this. You know what I mean? Like, don't beat yourself up. You can do silly things like getting up and sitting down and you're watching your kid, and that's a squat, right? I mean, like,
that's true.
Just little things that you don't need to necessarily like have a huge accessible gym for, at least right away, because like you said, I think gyms only let kids come in, I think they have to be like 9 months. They have to be like further along. I think they have to be a few months old at the minimum. So yeah, it can be really tricky, and sometimes they only hold them for X amount of time too, which can be really a pain in the butt.
Absolutely.
So those are some tips that I usually give my moms, are just like, make the time for yourself, but also, you have to acclimate to what your situation, your situation is unique into you, so you have to definitely do what's best for you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So come join us at Moms Matter 2, a self-care workshop that is at Whittletown on March 16th. And childcare is provided at this amazing play space. So if you have kids that are not babies, they can come and enjoy this really great play space that looks like Main Street USA. It's really got these really cute little cars for them to play, and so pretty much for the cost of taking them there to play and getting some great information on how to care for yourself, it's a really great deal, and we are so excited to be partnering in doing this workshop that's really about both your body and your mind. We'll see you there on March 16th.
See you there.